So welcome everyone. This is going to be lab number 7, streaming dynamic content using Amazon CloudFront. So we are inside Amazon console, and the objective of the lab is use Amazon CloudFront to deliver a dynamic multiple bitrate stream to a connected device using HTTP live streaming protocol. The stream can be played on any browser that supports HLS protocol. In this lab, you also use Amazon Elastic Transcoder to convert a source video into multiple bit rates that are delivered using CloudFront. So after completing this lab, followings are the learn the basic concept and terminology of the Amazon Elastic Transcoder and Amazon CloudFront services. Create multiple bitrate version of a given source media file using Amazon Elastic Transcoder. Use Amazon CloudFront to deliver the dynamic stream created by Amazon Elastic Transcoder. So this is the architect of the lab. We have S3 bucket with MP4 media files which are sent to the Amazon Elastic Transcoder. Then they are sent to S3 with MP4 media file to the CloudFront streaming distribution and then to the user mobile devices. So let's begin our task 1. Review the existing input file. In this lab, you use a sample video file to configure a dynamic stream. For your convenience, Amazon S3 bucket is already created. In this task, you review the same. So let's go to S3 and open our basket. Inside input, we have Amazon S3 sample.mp4. So task 2 is creating an Amazon CloudFront distribution. In this task, you create an Amazon CloudFront distribution that use to deliver multiple bit rates file generated by Amazon Elastic Transcoder to the end user. So let's go to CloudFront. Let's choose create a CloudFront distribution. In the origin domain, select the already given S3 bucket and origin SS is as public and leave enable origin shield as no. Then for web application firewall, choose do not enable security protection. And let's create distribution. Now task 3 is creating an Amazon Elastic Transcoder pipeline. Creating a pipeline. Let's go to Elastic Transcoder. Ensure that region on Amazon Elastic Transcoder console is same as the region in that S3 bucket was created. Let's create a pipeline. So pipeline name is going to be input pipeline. And for input bucket, choose Amazon S3 training, AWS training, reinvent bucket. For IAM role under others, choose Amazon Elastic Transcoder role. This is a role that was pre-created in this lab's CloudFormation template that uses the managed policy Amazon Elastic Transcoder role. The Elastic Transcoder service will assume this role to access Amazon S3 and Amazon Simple Notification Services resources in your lab. In configuration for Amazon S3 bucket for transcoded file and playlist section, enter bucket as AWS training, reinvent. For storage class, choose standard. Now for configuration for Amazon S3 for thumbnails, bucket is going to be AWS training reinvent. Storage class, reduce redundancy and create pipeline. Next is creating a job. In this section, you create a job in Amazon Elastic Transcoder Pipeline that you just created. The job does the work of transcoding the input file into multiple bit rates as selected. On the pipeline page, choose create new job. You create the job in the pipeline that you want to use to transcode the video file. For pipeline, choose input pipeline, and for output, key prefix, enter output forward slash dot, no, forward slash Amazon Elastic Transcoder prepends this value to the name of all file that the job creates. For input key, choose input Amazon S3 sample.mp4. The setting in this output section determine how many output files bits rate are created. You configure 3 output files that have 3 separate bits rate, 2 Mbps, 1.5 Mbps and 1 Mbps for this demo. Each output bit rate requires you to create a separate output detail section. This also output a playlist file for each bit rate, which lists all the segments that make up the stream. For preset, choose system preset HLS2M. For segment duration, enter 10. For output, enter this value HLS20M, and choose add another output and repeat the steps above to generate segment for present HLS 1.5M and HLS 1M. Okay, let's go with this duration 10. Add another output, this time HLS1 segment duration 10, output this. Configuring a playlist. A playlist combines all the individual bitrates playlist and provide a single URL for the device to play back the stream. To configure a playlist, do the following. In the playlist, go to add playlist. Master playlist name is going to be primary. Format is HLSV3. Choose 3 outputs that were entered in previous section to include them in this playlist by choosing plus sign. And choose create new job. Now task 4 is testing playback of dynamic multi-bit stream. In this section you test the playback of the dynamic stream that was generated in the previous section using an iOS or Android device. You can also use Android 4.x device to test the below. So constructing the playback URL. The playback URL that plays Amazon CloudFront is comprised of the following two components: Amazon CloudFront domain name and path of the playlist in the S3 bucket. So obtaining the Amazon CloudFront domain, let's go to services. Let's go to CloudFront. Choose Amazon CloudFront distribution that was previously created and verify that status is enabled. Choose the distribution and locate the details section. Copy the distribution domain name. There you go, distribution domain name, and paste it into a text editor. Next is obtaining the playlist file path. Go to S3. Choose AWS training reinvent. Choose output and choose primary dot M3U8. This is the file that you will play on your mobile device. Next, you must create the URL to the file from CloudFront. In a text editor, construct the URL by appending to the end of your cloud domain name. Type the URL into default browser of the iOS or Android device. If you do not have a mobile device available, type URL into browser of your computer. Let's copy and paste this URL. The stream starts playing on your device and dynamic request the relevant segment based on the bandwidth and CPU condition. So I'm unable to play the video, but as you can see, the total score is 40 out of 40. So we have completed every task accurately. I don't know, it says message as access denied, might be some misconfigurations in the lab settings, but this lab is completed. Thank you.